Okay, pal, I'll take 245s at P and one.
Get your fittings here.
Look at you. What are you, swapping, selling
Well,
stuff
I
here?
thought we would talk about doing a project that people might tackle, was actually to install a disposer into their kitchen sink.
People love them, so if you can help them get them in there, they're going to take you
They
up
need a
on
little bit of courage. All right, so we have this sink set up here. You know, a standard kitchen sink without a disposer. It's got a basket strainer right here and a straight tail piece here. If we now hang this disposer from right here, the center of the drain moves from this point over to this point.
because that's the outlet from the disposal.
That's
right
right.
there.
So we got to think about how do we make the connections from right here, let's call this point A, to point B right here where it goes down into the wall and down into the city sewer.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's really just a question of look at some of the parts and pieces that you're going to find in the plumbing aisle
Yep.
at a home center or at a plumbing wholesaler.
Okay.
So here's our exit point right here. And now everything between right here and our trap is done in standard Schedule 40 PVC, drain, waste, and vent.
Okay.
Okay? So we've got a trap right here, and on this side, everything on this side is called the sewer side of the system.
It's all going out of the house.
That's right.
It's after the P-trap.
Okay?
Okay.
And it's done this way. So between this point and this point, we're going to have a trap. And then it's a question of what fittings do we have available to us to make these angles. And so here you can see a standard 90-degree elbow. Here's one that is an elbow, but it's got a street connection, so it would fit into another fitting.
Oh, yeah.
This one's 60 degrees. This one's 45 degrees. This is 45 street. This is 22. Now the combination of all these parts and pieces lets you sort of navigate your way to get between point A and point B.
Gotcha. And those are all, I'm looking at them right there, those are all glue joints. That's all traditional PVC
That's right.
that I expect to
That's
see.
right. And then a couple of things on couplings right here. This is the standard coupling. That's terrific. Don't forget to also maybe get one of these, which is a repair coupling in a tight little space. They're really handy to be able to let you go into it here and then bring it back and glue it together.
And this is going to be your sort of fudge. This is going to give you an extra inch here or
That's
there,
right.
put your things together. Gotcha.
Right. So now, selections of traps. We're putting a disposer in. Sooner or later, the disposer, putting enough garbage down there, it means the drain might need to be cleared on the sewer side. So I love seeing this, a clean out plug right here that would let you bring a snake right in here to go this way.
that off, open
Yep.
it up, and you're good.
This is another one with a loosening nut right here that would let you drop this and run the snake this way. Here's what we're seeing people doing nowadays, and this is, look at the difference in the thickness right here.
Schedule 40?
Schedule 40,
Not
this is just
Schedule
regular
40.
tubular.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you could just go with this. This is fine, but if I did this, I'd also like to put a clean out in right here to still think about the service in the future.
Gotcha.
Okay?
So as I look at these right here, all acceptable, but you must have a favorite. What's like?
I still like a clean out plug when I
Real
can get
easy,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Accessible.
And this is not bad either. Okay? Now we need to transition from this trap to tubular, another form of 1.5 inch. But it's not the same.
Of course not. It should
In
be.
plumbing, you would think that 1.5 inch would be 1.5 inch. Now
I
on
would
drain, waste,
expect
and
that.
vent, they measure it from the inside diameter,
ID.
the ID. That's 1.5 inch. On tubular, it is on the outside diameter.
Oh, gee,
okay.
that would drive me crazy.
Oh yeah. So it's okay. Those are both called 1.5 inch.
That's not fair.
And there's one more thing. This looks like that. What do you think that is?
Well, it's smaller.
That's another size. That's 1.25 inch. Now that's going to be used in lavatories, in bathrooms, under sinks. This is in kitchen. But you'll grab the wrong thing in the aisle. You get all the way home, and you'll come back for this one.
Job security for plumbers right there, confusing us later.
All right, these all go together with compression, nuts, and gaskets, and whatever you need to get that last mile from the outlet of the trap to right here. That's point A, goes to point B.
Let's go to point C.
you go.
Get this thing going.
All right, so there's always a little water in the trap. You want to take it down carefully. I got a bucket underneath. Sometimes these are so rusted on, you have to heat them up with a torch to make this nut melt. This is a lot easier. Kevin, why don't you dig out some putty and let's start thinking about mounting the disposer. And just hold against me.
Yep.
Now I can tighten up these screws. It makes a fabulous connection to the underside of the sink.
That's a beautiful thing.
Can you just pass me that saw, Kevin?
Yep.
The old work is in the way before I can hang the disposer. I'm not going to reuse any of this stuff. Pretty ingenious, and this will help give you a little bit of leverage. Use a screwdriver. So now, why don't you grab me a 45 and a 22 and let's play around with it.
You want a street though?
Actually, let's try a street 45. Great call. Okay. So now, that looks a little too long this way, and a little too, it's not long enough this way, okay? So give me the 22.
I don't have a street 22.
No, just a regular 22. They never come in a street.
Oh, you're just gonna use a little straighty?
You can cut it for me if you want. Now the last thing is to put a properly installed electrical outlet in, a ground fault circuit interrupted. Many times you're going to find electricity in there because many times the dishwasher's next door.
Yep.
But once you get that switch in, here's a great thing to add. See the box right here? Mm-hmm. It connects with a small tube to an air switch. Not bad.
Music in my ears. That's great, Richard.
Grind.
Nice job, well done.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.